Hey everyone, what is going on? So I have another video for you today of battles that I did in the single type cup, and I'm not gonna lie, I dropped a lot. This is like really the only team that did well for me, and this team I got from House Duck. I was watching his stream, and this is the team he used, and yeah, it did well for me. As I said, Umbreon is a great Pokemon for this meta because most trainers are running Cofagrigus. I'm just going to put that out there. Most trainers are definitely running it, so you definitely want that Umbreon for it. Now, the backline is weak to fighting, so you kind of, generally speaking, have to lure it out with Cofagrigus. But, yeah, I mean, the team worked for the couple of sets that I played it with, so not too bad, and we'll see how these battles play out. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. But yeah, as I said, I dropped a lot, so I went back to the Ultra League. Yeah, I mean, this meta has just been a struggle for me, but obviously there's other teams I could try out. Maybe I could find something. And as I said, this team did well for me for the couple sets that I used it. So anyway, I take out that Registeel, which is really good for me. Out comes Haxorus. Haxorus, of course, does have counter. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Body Slam right now, and that does a lot of damage. Out comes Muck. Okay, can I make it to a Bulldoze? Oh, for some reason, I don't go for the Bulldoze. I'm not really sure why. I think I wanted to bait, but I didn't charge up for it, but they shield anyway, so that's good. So I just get off another one before they can possibly get off an attack. And just get some damage, and then I'll switch out into my Umbreon. Into this Cantonian Muck, right? So Muck is going to go ahead and throw this attack. Going to be a Thunder Punch. That's fine. I'm going to throw another Thunder Punch. Of course, I'm not going to throw Dark Pulse, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take this Thunder Punch just fine. Now, if you want, you could run Psychic on Umbreon, I guess. Psychic is going to do well against the fighting types, should you run into like any Machamp or any other fighting types. At least you have to play that. But if you run into the mirror match, which I feel is going to be more common, Last Resort will help you out. Cofagrigus next into Mew. Okay, so we're both doing super effective damage because Mew has Shadow Claw as well. And the Mew is going to go ahead and throw immediately. And I think I do call the Wild Charge and Shield. No, I don't. Oh, actually, okay, it is Wild Charge, but I don't shield it. Out comes Muck. So I'm going to go ahead and charge up energy and then switch into my Umbreon. I should have thrown in a couple attacks. I mean, again, this is like the first set I'm playing with this team. I should have just like thrown the Shadow Ball. Either get a shield or do so much damage to that Muck. Because like if I'm the Umbreon, that still does well against me, right? So there's really no reason to switch into this, I think. At least not right away. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple foul plays. Actually, I throw in CMP for some reason. I don't know why. I overfarmed a little bit too much. But I do live it, and I still get off my foul play. So at least I'm going to... So some mistakes here, but at least I'm going to be able to get off my foul play and KO that Muck. Very nice indeed. So I can have the Cofagrigus on the Mew. And I do have a lot of energy, so I can throw a couple Dark Pulses. I'm almost at the second one. I'm going to throw one right now. And this Dark Pulse is going to pick up the shield. Going to be able to get to another one. And this one is either going to pick the shield or KO the Mew. And then I can switch out into my Vigoroth. Actually, I just faint, but that's fine. I can bring in Vigoroth. Going to go ahead and shield because Wild Charge will do a lot of damage to me. And it is, in fact, the Wild Charge. So out comes the Fighting type Machamp. I still have a shield. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one up. It's going to be Crush Chop. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm not sure about Body Slam KOs. I feel like it wouldn't KO, so I go for the Bulldoze. Maybe it would have KO'd, but Bulldoze does KO. And I can get off a Body Slam into this Mew. But is this going to be enough to KO the Mew? It is enough to KO the Mew. So I'm going to be able to take that one. And that is going to be a good game, well played to my opponent. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. Cofagrigus into Cofagrigus. So we do have a mirror match going on. Okay, not too bad. I'm going to click on my Dark Pulse immediately, and my opponent does make a good catch into Clefable. Now, if I threw the Shadow Ball, it would have been a lot better. But for some reason, I threw the Dark Pulse. Again, like making some mistakes. But it is what it is. It's okay. I'm going to go ahead and throw the Shadow Ball right now. See if... the Clefable shields, and the Clefable does shield, so I'm going to go ahead and switch into Vigoroth after I pick up that shield. The Clefable is going to go ahead and throw a Moonblast. It will do a lot, and unfortunately they debuffed me. So now Body Slam definitely wouldn't KO. I don't know if it would have KO'd without the debuff, but I'm going to go ahead and shield that Medium Mash. And charge up, throw in the Body Slam right now. And this body slam is not going to KO. I think that would have KO'd without the debuff, but either way, I can get off another one and KO it, and then that's fine. So I'm going to get rid of that. Now, if the Cofagrigus comes in, maybe they could farm me down, but it is going to be Cofagrigus. I am concerned about double fairy because they switched out into their Clefable, maybe to lure out an answer like a poison type or something, who knows, maybe a Canto Ninetales, but I do bring in my Umbreon and it is double fairy, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Cofagrigus, of course, but my Cofagrigus is low, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this Shadow Ball, and that will pick up the shield. And this is looking rough because unfortunately my opponent will be able to make it to another Moonblast. I was just hoping I would live it, but there's no chance of me living it. They do make it. There's no chance of me living it, unfortunately. So Moonblast is going to connect, and I bring in Umbreon, but there's really nothing I could do. A Last Resort doesn't KO, right? If a Last Resort KO'd, then I'd be able to win, but unfortunately it doesn't. So I do go for my Last Resort. And the Florges is going to get to an attack. If I was able to snarl down at this point, I think I could have won, but of course I'm not going to be able to snarl down. I'm still not even sure, but nah, I couldn't win anyway, even if I snarled down, because the Cofagrigus comes in with an attack. So yeah, good game. Cofagrigus double fairy. Okay, double fairy win team. Very cool, very cool. Well played to my opponent. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, picking up a really good lead. Of course, you do want to see the Machamp in the lead. So out comes the Registeel, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Vigoroth. Now, I still have to watch out for Focus Blast, because Focus Blast will do a lot to me. I don't think it one-shots, but it does do a lot. So it is with the shield. I'm going to go ahead and overfarm a lot so I can threaten the Machamp with Body Slams. So go in for the Bulldoze, and we actually do pick up the shield, okay? Very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and use my second shield. I do think it's worth it. Unfortunately, can't really farm down, but what I can do is... Can I farm down? Oh, okay, I thought the Body Slam. I think I may have actually been able to farm down, but I got a little bit nervous, so I decided to throw. I think I could have maybe farmed down there, but that's okay, because now in comes the Machamp, and I can go ahead and unleash these Body Slams. And of course, Cofagrigus does well against Machamp, unless if the Machamp has payback and a lot of energy, of course. Out comes the Cofagrigus, and when I saw that, I was like, let's go. I bring in my Umbreon. That's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into the next one. We'll see how the next game goes. So Cofagrigus into Clefable. Okay, so at least Umbreon is not on. This is not a bad matchup. It's kind of neutral, but they switch out into Zangoose. So I'm going to go ahead and respond with my Vigoroth. So I do decide to shield this one. It is going to be a Night Slash, unfortunately, but good bait. But at least I'm going to be able to get the shield here. So what I can do is throw the Body Slam. My opponent will shield, and I can shield the next one and just count it down. Because close combat, honestly, I don't think... Do I actually shield? I do shield. Okay, so I don't... Close combat shouldn't KO me, but it's still worth the shield to preserve the health, because if Clefable comes in, which it does, I can still threaten it with all these Body Slams, right? And I'm really healthy. A Moonblast is not going to KO. So I do throw one Body Slam. I'm going to be able to throw another Body Slam. Absolutely incredible for me. This is going to get the Clefable low or get the shield, and it does get him low. And Clefable will throw an attack, but again, I do live the attack, and it's going to be Moonblast. Oh, I barely live it. But in comes Umbreon. I live it, but barely. But it's good that Umbreon comes in, and it's good that I'm able to get off the Body Slam, so Cofagrigus gets to avoid this Umbreon, which is really good. So now it's an Umbreon mirror match, but that's totally fine by me, because I know that Clefable is really low. And yeah, this is why I like having Last Resort, because of the mirror match. It still doesn't do a lot of damage, but at least it does some damage compared to Psychic, right? So I'm going to be able to throw another Last Resort. Just want to get it low, as much damage as possible. And going to go ahead and take this attack, no problem. Obviously it's a Last Resort, but that's fine. And I'm trying to get to another one. I think they switch into Clefable. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Cofagrigus. Totally fine with taking this attack, because the thing is, like, they have to shield my attack with Cofagrigus. Like, whenever I throw an attack, they have to shield it, right? They actually throw their attack, so this will be enough to KO me. So I'm not going to be able to force a shield there, but that's fine. But now, you know, it's Umbreon versus Umbreon. I do survive a Last Resort. I'm going to throw my Last Resort. No reason to bait. I'll be able to get to another one. And as I said, I do survive theirs. But they actually let that go. Maybe they were calling the foul play. I'm not sure. But either way, I'm going to be able to take that one. And that is going to be a great game. Thank you so much to all my opponents for the battles. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.